Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing 5 different recipes with you that can kind of be used for a number of different things. I've got 3 savory and 2 sweet recipes coming up, and these will be perfect for after school snacks, for lunch boxes, and also for dinners too. So what cuts down the timing to make these and what makes them nice, quick, easy snacks is definitely having the prep done first of all. What I like to do is I like to kind of like bulk prep and cook quite a few different elements of these recipes, and then when it comes to putting them together, everything's in your fridge ready to just take out, put together, which makes these recipes really quick to make. I will talk you through the different parts that I do bulk cook and keep in the fridge or freezer to make it easier for you, and also I will list all the ingredients that I use down below in my description box. If you're seeing me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. I post loads of different foodie content just like this video. So if you need a little bit of meal inspiration and like what you see today, then I would love for you to hit that red button down there. With all that said, I'm just going to jump straight on into this video. I'm going to start off with my savory recipes and then I'll move on to the sweet ones. I hope you enjoy this. Let's get cooking. What I'm going to make here are some like savory cupcakes, and they are ones that you can again make up well in advance. You can cook them up and then you can keep them in your freezer and then warm them through whenever you want them. So what I have got here is 2 cups of self-raising flour. I've got 1 tin of sweet corn, 2 eggs. I'll be using 2 cups of Greek yogurt, some chives, some feta, and I've got some parmesan cheese here as well. And then what I have prepped in advance is some sweet potato. So you also want to add in 50 grams of butter. So I have added that into the sweet potato as it is when I mashed it. So I just cut up 2 sweet potatoes, boiled them up, and then once they were soft, I drained the water off and then mashed it together with some salt and pepper and 50 grams of butter. And then I have also just wilted down some spinach here as well, and I've removed most of the stalks. So what I'm going to do in my mixing bowl is just add all of these ingredients together, give them a really, really good mix up until you make yourself a nice sort of batter. Then you want to get your silicone little cupcake holders again, fill them just over halfway up each cupcake holder, and then you want to put them into the oven on 200 degrees centigrade for 12 minutes or until a skewer comes out nice and clean. This is a great thing to pop in kids' lunch boxes because it's a really filling muffin, but it's also savory, it's not sweet. So the kids almost feel like they're getting a bit of a treat whilst having something healthy at the same time. Or again, like I said, this is a great after school snack to warm through to make their tummies warm, or a great lunch if you're working from home, or even a great dinner too. So here are all the ingredients that you're going to be needing to make some veggie sausage rolls. I'm going to give you the quantities that you will be making to fill 1 puff pastry roll, but these are great to kind of make up in advance, and then you can either cook them and pop them in the freezer, or you can just wrap them in the puff pastry, cut them into the pieces of sausage rolls that you'd like, and then put them into your freezer and pull them out whenever you want them. So if you want to bulk cook, then I would recommend it, because if you're making it for 1, you may as well make it for like 4. So what you're going to need for 1 puff pastry roll is half an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 veggie stock, and I'm going to be adding in about 300 mils of water. I'm going to use 150 grams of red lentils. I have got some sage, you can use fresh or I've got dried here. And I'm also going to use some tomato chutney and some cheese too. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just dicing up my onion and my garlic really finely, and I'm just going to saute those off in a pan. Once those have sauteed, I'll then add in my red lentils along with 1 heaped teaspoon of sage and my 300 mils of veggie stock. I'm going to cook that on a low heat for about 20 minutes because you want your lentils to have really absorbed all of the liquid so they are nice and soft. Once your lentils are soft, you're then ready to start constructing your sausage roll. So you want to roll out your puff pastry, and then you want to get your lentil mix, pop it through the center of your pastry. Then you want to put some of the tomato chili chutney on top of that, and then some grated cheese over that too. Roll your sausage / lentil roll up in the puff pastry, and then you want to brush it with either some egg or some milk to make it go nice and golden brown. And then if you have some sesame seeds, then they're really nice to sprinkle over the top. You can put black ones on, or you can put white ones on, whatever you've got, or you can leave them bare if you don't have any at all. Pop them into your oven on 180 degrees centigrade for 25 minutes. Once 25 minutes is up, you want to take them out of your oven, let them cool down, and let your kids enjoy them then and there. Or like I said, you can keep them and serve them cold in lunch boxes too. Right, so this is going to make some really yummy, quick and easy quesadillas. So what I do, again, like with the sausage roll mix, I batch cook this. So in here, I have made some sweet potato mash. So I just cubed up some sweet potatoes, popped them in some water, brought them up to the boil, and when they were soft, I then drained the water off, added some butter and some salt and pepper, no milk, otherwise I find it goes a little bit too runny for your wraps, and then I just mashed it all together, and this is what I have made. Really great baby food too. I have also just got some grated cheese, some refried beans, some smoked paprika, wraps, coriander and lime. So what I will do is I will just get a wrap and I will put a really good layer of refried beans on the bottom. Then I'll put a nice layer of my sweet potato mash on top of that. Add some smoked paprika and some grated cheese. I will also add some coriander and a squeeze of lime into my wrap too. Then I will fold it together, pop it into a pan and fry it on each side for a couple of minutes. Once the cheese is melted, I will take my wrap out, cut it up into little pieces, and that is your snack done. Again, this is perfect for lunch boxes as well. You've got a nice bit of health in there with your sweet potatoes, and it is just packed full of flavour. Your kids will love it. This could even be their dinner. For these strawberry muffins, in this bowl I have got 1 cup of self-raising flour. I've got 1/3 cup of caster sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 egg. I have also got 40 grams of butter, and then I have put in 1/4 cup of milk as well. You can use any milk you prefer. And then I've just sliced up some strawberries here into little pieces like that. So what I'm going to do is just whiz this mixture up until it's a nice smooth consistency. And then I have got some of these little silicone cups here, so I am just going to fill my mixture halfway up each of these cups, and then drop a couple of pieces of strawberries into here too. And then you want to pop them into the oven on 200 degrees centigrade for 10 to 12 minutes, or until when you put a little skewer in it, it comes out nice and clean. These are really lovely little cakes to put into your kids' lunch boxes as their treat. You could substitute the sugar out for some golden syrup or honey if you would prefer, to make them even healthier. They're also really good for you to freeze, and then you can just take them out of the freezer when you want them, let them thaw out, and then you could warm them up in the oven for a couple of minutes before serving them. For this oat bar, I have got some porridge oats here. So I've just put them into my mixing bowl already. And then I've also put in 85 grams of butter as well. And then in here, I've just melted down 100 grams of coconut oil. And I have also got some flour, flax seeds, raisins, and then I'll be adding some maple syrup in as well. So what I'm going to do is, in my mixing bowl, like I said, I've already got my oats and my butter in here. I will add in 50 grams of self-raising flour, and then 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. I'll also be adding a good handful of raisins, as well as my coconut oil, and 100 grams of maple syrup. That's going to add the sweetness to these little bars, so you don't need to add sugar to this. They honestly will be sweet enough just as they are. You could also add cinnamon in here, or you could add any other bits of fruit that you'd prefer other than raisins. There are so many different ways you can make these bars, so they're really, really versatile, and they can be different every single time you make them. So I'm just going to mix everything together, and then I have got a oven-proof dish here. I will lay all of my oats down in my oven-proof dish, and I will just push them around so they're evenly laid flat in my dish. And then I'll pop this into the oven and bake it on 180 degrees centigrade for 10 to 15 minutes, or until your oats have started to brown. Leave this to cool, and once this is cooled, you are then ready to cut it into slices and serve. These again are great as lunchbox treats, or little treats to take down to the kids once they have finished school. So that's it. Those are the 5 recipes I wanted to share with you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.